All right, thanks, guys. The Leafs take on the Pens, 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Pittsburgh. The Penguins are minus a buck 40, total 6.5. We saw a 10-cent move toward Pittsburgh in the early wagering. They open a buck 30 up to minus 140. Total opened and remains at 6.5. 61% of the consensus are leaning toward Pittsburgh. 53% shaded toward the over. And right now, Toronto's plus a buck 20 on the money line. Pittsburgh plus a buck 65 on the puck line. We have Tristan Jarry for Pittsburgh, Freddie Anderson for the Leafs. Jarry comes into this game for the Penguins with a 19-8-3 record, 214 goals against average, and 930 save percentage. Pittsburgh 7-3 straight up in their last 10, 21-5-4 at home. The Pens rank in the top 10 in scoring, top 5 in goals allowed. They're currently in second place in the Metropolitan Division, just 1 point back of Washington for the division lead. Brian Rust, 22 goals, 23 assists, plus 17 on the year. Yevgeny Malkin, 40 assists, 58 points. He's plus 11 when he's on the ice. We're looking at a Pittsburgh squad who's giving up just 2.3 goals per contest at the PPG Paints Arena. Now, Toronto on the other side, losers of 5 out of their last 8. They also rank in the bottom 5 in the NHL in goals allowed on average per game. Now, total-wise, Toronto's 20-10 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean toward the home chalk in this one. Give me Pittsburgh minus $1.40 and the over 6.5 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's NHL action. Happy Tuesday to you. Hopefully you're having a good morning. Now, before we go ahead and move on, just got to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We're currently 21-8 in our last 29 extra daily picks on that site. Good for 72% in that grouping there. Of course, the extra daily pick is a package that I offer. It's just $2.99 through the end of the month. We're also 9-2 in our last 11 college basketball package plays. And the good news is we have a college basketball tier package play going off tonight. Guys, we have over 1,100 members on that website, and that's certainly encouraging considering we had a very, very rough day yesterday on Patreon, but we are looking to bounce back. If you want the details or the particulars, you can check out my current record on the homepage. It's patreon.com/BrockPage, and right there on the homepage you can see my latest record and the disaster that was yesterday. But anyway, guys, we're looking to improve today. I'm very confident that we will do so. Got a lot of good plays on that site, so go ahead and visit it. Patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Columbus taking on the Flyers, 7 o'clock South Philly. The Flyers are minus 145, total 5.5. Nickel move toward Philadelphia. They open a buck 40 up to minus 145, totals 5.5. 66% are leaning Flyers, 84% on the over. Right now, Columbus is plus a buck and a quarter on the money line. Philly plus 165, laying the goal and a half. Carter Hart for the Flyers, Merzlikins for the Blue Jackets. Hart's coming into this game with a 259 goals against and a 906 save percentage. The Flyers rank in the top 10 in scoring on average per game. They're also first in the NHL in shots allowed on average per game. We're looking at a Flyers team who's very good at the Wells Fargo Center. 19-5-4 at home, 19-9 against the spread in those home games. They rank in the top 5 in home scoring, top 3 in home goals allowed. Travis Konechny, 19 goals on the year, 29 assists. Sean Couturier, 35 assists, 59 points. Coots is plus 19 when he is on the ice. Of course, JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, 18 goals on the season. That's why I call him JVR. Anyway, we're looking at a Philly squad who's allowing just 2.2 goals per contest on their home ice. They're just 1 point back for third place in the Metropolitan Division right now. Now, Columbus on the other side, losers of their last 5 straight. They rank in the bottom 3 in scoring on average per game. They're averaging just 2.5 goals per contest. And of course, oddly enough, 2 out of their last 3 did get over the number. Meanwhile, Philly 4-1 at the over in their last 5. I'm going to lean Flyers minus 145 and the over 5.5 in that contest. Next game, Sabres taking on the Senators, 7:30 Ottawa. The Sabres are minus 115, total at 6. Nickel move toward Buffalo in the early betting. They open $1.10 up to minus 115, totals at 6. 88% are leaning Buffalo, 53% on the over. Right now, Ottawa's minus 105 on the money line. Buffalo plus 220 on the puck line. Carter Hutton for the Sabres, Marcus Hogberg for Ottawa. Hogberg comes into this game with a 3-6 record. Ottawa losers of 7 out of their last 9. They rank at the bottom 10 in scoring, bottom 5 in points allowed. They're giving up just 2.6 goals per contest. Meanwhile, Buffalo on the other side, winners of their last 3 straight. They're also 17 and 10 against the spread when traveling. Of course, when I refer to the spread in the NHL, I'm referring to the puck line. Anytime you hear me say the spread against the spread, ATS, covering the number, all that good stuff, I'm referring to the puck line. Now, when it comes to this total, we're looking at a Buffalo team who's 2-0 to the over in their last couple of games, 15-12 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean Buffalo minus $1.15 and the over 6 goals. Next matchup, Canadiens, Red Wings, 7:30 Detroit. Montreal's minus 210, totals 5.5, 10-cent move toward the Canadiens. They open $2 up to minus 210, totals 5.5. 59% are leaning Montreal, 68% on the over. Right now, the Red Wings are plus 175 on the money line. Montreal plus $1.30 on the puck line. Carey Price for the Canadiens, John Bernier for the Red Wings. Bernier's just 12-17-1 on the year. Meanwhile, Carey Price on the other side comes into this game with a 274 goals against and a 911 save percentage. And speaking of 911, this Detroit team needs to call 911 because they're awful. Losers of their last 4 straight. They rank dead last in scoring, dead last in goals allowed. They're averaging just 2.02 goals per contest. Now Montreal on the other side, 17-11 against the spread when traveling, top 10 in road scoring, top 3 in road shots. 5 out of Montreal's last 6 games did stay under the total. Detroit 6-0 to the under in their last 6 themselves. I'm going to lean Montreal minus 1.5 and the under 5.5 in that contest. Next game, Devils, Blues. Did I skip this one? Devils, Blues. No, I did not skip it. Devils, Blues. 8 o'clock Eastern 8 o'clock Eastern puck drop in St. Louis. The Blues are minus 250. Totals at 6. We saw a nickel move towards St. Louis and movement upward on the total. The Blues open 245 up to minus 250. Total open 5.5 up to 6. 78% are leaning St. Louis. 55% shaded toward the over. Right now, New Jersey, plus 210 on the money line. Pretty good price there. Meanwhile, St. Louis, minus $1.15, laying the goal and a half. That's a pretty good price point for the puck line for St. Louis. I think they are stronger in this spot here. I'm going to lean St. Louis minus 1.5 and the under 6 goals in that contest. Next game, Kings, Jets, 8 o'clock Winnipeg. The Jets opened $1.55 up to minus 160. Total open 6 down to 5.5. 86% are leaning Winnipeg, 64% on the under. Right now, the Kings are plus 140 on the money line. Winnipeg plus $1.50 on the puck line. Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Johnny Quick for the Kings. Winnipeg 4-2 straight up in their last 6. They rank 12th in goals allowed. They're also 30, 25, and 5 overall for the year. Meanwhile, the Kings on the other side, really struggling on the road this year. Just 9, 21, and 4 when traveling. They've also dropped 7 out of their last 10 games. They rank at the bottom 3 in scoring on average per game, bottom 10 in goals allowed on the road. Meanwhile, offensively, they're averaging just 2.2 goals per contest when they travel. Now, 3 out of the Kings' last 4 games stayed under the total. Winnipeg 3-0 to the under in their last 3, 19-13 to the under on their home ice. I'm going to lean Winnipeg minus $1.60 and the under 5.5 in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Hurricanes, Predators, 8 o'clock Nashville. The Preds open $1.20 up to minus 125, total 6 flat. 56% are leaning Nashville, 67% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Hurricanes are plus 105 on the money line. Nashville plus $2 on the puck line. Pecorine for the Preds. Peter Mrazek for Carolina. Nashville 21st in home scoring, bottom 10 in goals allowed. Meanwhile, the Canes on the other side, top 3 in shots allowed, top 10 in scoring. They're giving up just 2.8 goals per contest. 7 out of Carolina's last 8 got over the number. Nashville 34 and 24 to the over on the year. Give me Carolina plus 105 in the over 6 goals in that game. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you on my website later today at patreon.com/BrockPage.